I found a love for me. Darling, just dive right in, follow my lead. Well, I found a girl, beautiful and sweet.
So future me, I was editing, so there is a glare, and you guys will notice it almost right away. It's really irritating me, but I don't want to have to, redo the whole video from a little glare. You can still tell what's there, and I do say, sorry, my teeth are like, I was drinking fruit punch, but yeah, just don't mind that. And I do misspell a few things, but you know what, I'm human, and you're just gonna have to get over it. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into this video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing the Draw My Life. It was pretty highly requested lately. So it all started when both of my parents met through some mutual friends when they were 18 years old. Even at a young age, they were both ready for kids. So I was born October 25th of 1998. Less than a year later, they both got married on 6/12 of 99. A few years later, they were ready for another baby, so my sister was born May 2nd of 2004. In August of 2005, they had decided to move from our first townhome to our first house. I was still really young, so I don't remember too much of moving, but I do remember that I was super excited because I had my own room. Around the same time, I was going to Buena Vista Elementary School, and I was moved to Jackson Elementary School in the 3rd grade because it was a lot closer to our new home. I did make a lot of new friends, some I still talk to this day. Fast forward about 3 years, I started going to Holmes Middle School. I was super scared, mostly because it was, for the bigger kids, and I was, only a 6th grader, so it was very new for me. I started volleyball for the first time, and I guess I was pretty good at it, so I continued playing. In the 8th grade, I started feeling pretty terrible, which was very uncommon for me. I told my mom, and they took me to actually a cardiologist, and that's when I was diagnosed with POTS syndrome, which is postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. I started getting bullied a lot more than I had previously when I was in elementary school. I mostly just tried to finish out the rest of that time in middle school and see what high school had in store for me. So I started going to Coronado High School. My cousin had gone there, my mom had gone there, my dad had previously gone there, and I didn't have such a great experience as I thought I was going to have. I met a lot of new people. A lot of them did get me in a lot of trouble with my parents and could have even gotten me in a lot of trouble with the law. So instead of playing volleyball, I decided to hang out with people that weren't so great. So for my sophomore year, I moved from Coronado High School to Siva Charter School and did meet a lot of better people for me, but was still talking to people I should not have been. So I tried out for the volleyball team and was put on varsity as a starter. And I was even starting to play club teams like Team Colorado and Altitude. I started doing a lot better in school, getting better grades, and keeping a better grade point average. But I was still hanging out with some people that were not so great for me. So I'd always kind of struggled with depression, but I was in a very deep depression with lots of anxiety and was hospitalized at a psychiatric hospital in Pueblo for about a week. So I tried working on my mental health during that summer, but July of 2015, I had met Jeffrey for the first time. So Jeff lived on the other side of town going to Mesa Ridge, and I lived up north. So we tried to spend at least every weekend together. So a couple months later, because it was my junior year, I decided that I was going to start looking at colleges. And I guess some colleges were also looking at me. So I was offered to try out for the Fort Lewis volleyball team in Durango, Colorado, and I could have possibly gotten a scholarship here. I didn't pursue going to the actual tryout. So at this point, I had found out I was pregnant with Luna the summer of 2016. This is the reason why I did not go to the tryout. this point, this is when I chose my family over school and decided that I'm going to put volleyball on the back burner for now. At this point, this is when my parents decided to get divorced. I guess things just don't work out sometimes, and this is the path they chose. A few months later, this is when Luna Avery Barton was born on 3/20 of 17. So my health started to worsen, and I was seeing a lot of doctors that were trying to figure out like what they could do for me. Not much could be done for me just because of the different illnesses I do have. Yeah. My mom decided to remarry to my stepdad, Mario, on 10/7 of 17. My dad welcomed my new sister into the world on 10/8 of 17. So in June of 2018, my mom and Mario had decided that it was time for everybody to move from my childhood home to a new home to make new memories. November 25th of 2018, I married my best friend. A couple months later, I found out that I was pregnant with our second baby, which will be due February of 2020. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure you guys subscribe and give us a big thumbs up, and we'll see you guys in our next video. Bye guys.
Found a love for me.